watching the market? Good evening, America, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, always live with no edits. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button now, as you're going to like what I'm about to say. So, just to begin this evening, folks, I am presenting to you right here a 2018 Chinese silver panda. And I do want to note, this is probably my favorite one. I like this panda, of course, because, it reminds me of Silver Sun. But this one overall, really giving off that portrait of the panda. And I do want to note that this is one of the most recognized bullion coins in the world, celebrated for its artistry, purity, and collectible appeal. Struck by the People's Republic of China, it contains 30 grams of 0.999 fine silver, a change from the traditional 1 troy ounce that began in 2016. Right here, the obverse features the iconic Temple of Heaven in Beijing with the inscription, People's Republic of China. Then we also have, of course, 2018. Great year. We go back to the reverse, showcasing a beautifully detailed image of a panda symbolizing peace, symbolizing prosperity, symbolizing China's cultural heritage. Unlike many bullion pieces, the silver panda's design changes annually, adding to its value and collector interest. Its face value is 10 yuan, though its real market value tracks global silver prices and collector demand. I mean, these are not cheap. The coin's meticulous craftsmanship and limited mintage make it a popular piece among both investors and collectors worldwide. Check that out. It's like Mona Lisa looking right into you. The 2018 edition stands on generally because it's softer. It has that realistic design and finely frosted finish, giving it a premium look. Of course, I can go back to the obverse, but all of these obverses, they're all the same. They're all the same, just different years. It is the reverse where you see the magic. Whether bought for stacking or collection, the 2018 Silver Panda remains a testament to China's mastery in minting and trusted store of value for precious metal enthusiasts. But great piece right here. You could not go wrong. And now with silver going up excessively, I just don't understand why people would not be stacking silver pandas, as well as constitutional silver and, of course, American silver, maple leaves. But silver is silver now, folks. Silver is silver. People are dropping the prices for artistic pieces. So now you can get really beautiful artistic pieces for cheap. And now you're going to pay an arm and a leg for a standard generic piece, because silver is silver. And before we go any further, folks, I want to give a quick shout out. This is to my always loyal subscriber. This is William Fender 661. Most people do not understand how much $1 trillion is. If you counted a single number every second, it would take you 31,710 years to count to 1 trillion. It would take 10 billion $100 bills to equal $1 trillion. It would take 10,000 Federal Reserve pallets, each holding $100 million, to equal $1 trillion. This would fill a football field goal line to goal line stacked high in pallets to hold $1 trillion. The weight of $1 trillion in $100 bills would weigh 10,000 metric tons, and this amount is added to the national debt every 100 days. Wow. Awesome comment right there, coming from William Fender 661. It is truly unbelievable what is taking place, and people are saying, oh my gosh, gold's going up, silver's going up, Bitcoin's going up, everything's going up. Well, it's not necessarily that everything's going up. It's the fact that our dollar bill is being eroded to oblivion at this point. It is being eroded to the point where It's not going to be the same America in 5 years. It's not going to be the same America in 1 year. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but this is the domino effect of what's already in play. And yes, we're going to force a reset into precious metals, into, of course, cryptocurrency, specific cryptocurrencies. But aside from that, if you don't have a net worth of at least $20,000 to $50,000 right now in real time, and I'm talking about liquid, if you don't have $10,000 to $50,000 at least at the minimum, it's going to be very, very difficult to progress and be part of this great wealth transfer unless you're anticipating a high-paying job or already have a high-paying job and you're just going to start prioritizing better. But if you're somebody who's struggling right now, you need to get out of that rut ASAP, because this train is taking off and it's going to leave the majority of people, 90 to 95% of people, left behind. In every collapsing empire, a few men rise above the chaos, not through luck of connections, but through preparation. And again, that's why I created this channel, to prepare you, not just to warn you, but to prepare you for the inevitable. In today's world of digital illusions, where paper promises and screen numbers define wealth, the average man has been quietly stripped of his power. But silver, the forgotten metal of real money, offers a path back to sovereignty. It's not only an investment, it is a declaration of independence. For centuries, silver was the people's money. While kings hoarded gold, the working class used silver to trade, to build, to save. It was real, tangible wealth in their hands. Fast forward to today, and most people have traded that power for fiat currency backed by nothing but government debt. But these people don't know any better. These are the same people who they would rather regurgitate what they heard a news anchor say than read for themselves, know history on their own, really understand who the elites are and who the elites serve. Meanwhile, those who understand history know this game always ends the same way, with inflation, currency collapse, and a return to hard money. Silver turns average men into kings because it shifts control from the system back to the individual. Every ounce is a piece of stored value, immune to printing presses and political lies. When the dollar dies, silver does not flinch. It holds its value while everything else burns, allowing those who prepared to rise from the ashes, while the unprepared, they're going to be begging for crumbs. Unlike paper investments, silver does not rely on Wall Street's permission or a bank's solvency. It's wealth that cannot be hacked, that cannot be frozen or inflated away. A man with 1,000 ounces of silver may seem ordinary today, but when the financial system resets, he'll have what very few others do: purchasing power that survives the storm. In every economic crisis, silver stackers quietly move into position, or I should say positions of advantage. When markets crash, assets reprice in terms of real money. That's when silver's true strength is revealed. Those with metal in hand buy land, they buy vehicles, and even businesses from desperate sellers. That's how average men become kings. Not through greed, but through foresight. Thinking outside the box. Thinking like the 5%. Thinking like the 1%. The beauty of silver is that it's accessible. You don't need to be rich to start stacking. Ounce by ounce, the everyday worker can build a fortress of real money. It's a slow, steady path to sovereignty that compounds not just in value, but in confidence. As currencies crumble, silver remains the universal equalizer. It rewards patience, discipline, and courage, traits the modern world tries to erase. In the end, it's not only about profit, it's about freedom. So, when the system does reset, which will be soon, and paper promises evaporate, which are already, the man with silver in his hand they're not going to be average no more. He'll be something greater, self-reliant, debt-free, and in control. That's what makes him a king. But folks, as always, thank you so much for joining us for another evening, another episode of Silver Dad Knows. God bless you, God bless your household, and God bless America.